What's good, YouTube? It's your man CJ, aka the High Value Nurse, checking in once again, back with another video. Shout out to the 60-hour gang in the building. Shout out to Nurse Gang Money in the building. Shout out to all the fly, feminine, female nurses in the building. And shout out to all my fly player nurses in the building. You feel me? So let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Nursing is toxic. If you go on YouTube and you type in nursing is toxic, it's a very, very popular title to type in, and there are dozens, if not hundreds, of nurses on YouTube and TikTok and everywhere else, and they're talking about how toxic nursing is. Now, you know me, I had to put my spin on it, and I had to bring it from my perspective, right? So, is nursing toxic? Is nursing toxic? I don't want to say toxic, right? Because I really feel like that is a term that is overused, because any bad thing or anything that just goes wrong, some people just call it toxic. Now, again, that is not to take away from anybody else's experiences on YouTube or anywhere else in the nurse world. And I mean that. Like, this is not me saying, oh, these people don't know what they're talking about, because your experience is your experience. I'm simply going by mine. And excuse me, I gotta get the chap stick. I don't want y'all to be talking about me in the comments. Let me get my chat power real quick. Keep it real here. But is it toxic? Here's the deal. Here's how I look at it. There are going to be bad parts in any career field that you work in. But I think nursing is the reason why being a nurse or working in a toxic environment, or when you go on YouTube and you say nursing is toxic, I feel like a reason that gets a lot of hits, because for so long nursing was always perceived as an occupation or a career field that was very respectable. You got nothing but a bunch of angels working in the field, and just a big old stereotype of the nursing field. It's a shocker when you have a trend of nurses on YouTube or any form of social media, and they're all coming out and they're saying, not all, but a lot of them are coming out and saying, well, the environment is toxic, being a nurse is toxic, I don't want to be a nurse anymore. And here's the thing, and I just want to say this: if you are in any career field that is forcing you to make decisions based on the good or the detriment of your mental health, then you need to get out. I don't care what career field it is. It doesn't matter if it's nursing. I don't care if it's working at Walmart. I don't care if it's working at McDonald's. If it is taxing to your mental health, if it is getting you to the point to where you are depressed and where you just are not in it to win it, then I certainly believe you need to get out of the field. I've seen nurses that I respect on YouTube walk away from the field because of what's going on. And I totally respect that, because your mental health comes first. It really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what you think on YouTube. It doesn't matter what the subscribers think. You have to ultimately do what's best for you. Now, again, I look at things from a different perspective, right? And I feel like to be in this field, you automatically have to have tough skin. I do feel that people who are getting into the field truly have no idea what they're getting into. Some of them don't, because I don't feel like school actually prepares you to be a nurse, right? It only prepares you by textbook standards. This is why this happens, this is what you need to do in this scenario, point blank, period. They always used to tell us in school that the NCLEX is perfect world scenarios, right? In a perfect world, this is what you would do, when that's not the case at all. That is why I'm a believer that the NCLEX should be done away with, and a new form of testing as a nurse should be introduced. But that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, I just feel that, with that being said, you have to have tough skin, number one. Number two, some people are natural born empath, right? If that is you, you have to find some sort of positive way to release. That is why I am a proponent of therapy. I am a big advocate of it because you have a lot of nurses that are very empathetic and they can feel the pain of others. And when you are in a field where pain is a constant thing, it is very, very demanding on your mental health, and it could really be emotionally damaging. That is why you have to find a positive release. I would say daily, to release that, because if you working 3 days a week, and I know a lot of y'all working overtime, y'all in those situations and y'all in those places, it is so hard to not take things home with you. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard to do it, especially to all you nurses that's working at ICU, all you nurses that's working with children. That is why I personally don't ever want to work with children, because that would just be something that I can't handle. I could not work with infants. I couldn't work with none of that. I hate seeing sick kids, and it's just not for me. And I salute those nurses that could actually do that and deal with that and do it well. I salute you. I salute you. I salute you. Thank you to all my pediatric LPNs, all my pediatric RNs, all my pediatric, whatever you do, all my pediatricians, all that. I salute you, because your mans cannot do it. I'm going to keep it funky with you right now on this video. But it's important to release, right? You have to find positive outlets to get that off your brain. Another thing is, too, when it comes to working with other human beings, it is inevitable that conflict will arise. And this is another thing that I feel like they don't teach you in school. Yeah, they'll have conversations on how to resolve situations as a supervisor and everything like that between your CNAs and all that, just little minor stuff. But what happens when the supervisors don't get along with each other? You have multiple supervisors that don't get along. What happens when the management doesn't get along with the supervisors? What happens when the management don't get along with the seniors? It's all kinds of scenarios that can happen, especially when you are working in the field with, to me, especially with some of these nursing homes that really have very low expectations as far as the people that they hire. And y'all know that I'm keeping it real. Y'all know some of the people that they hire up in these nursing homes, especially in long-term care. And let's keep it a buck, especially in some of these hood places. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The expectations can be seen as kind of low. So with that being said, nursing school or no other program can prepare you on how to handle that. That is just something you have to go into and learn for yourself. So, does nursing have the ingredients to create a toxic environment? Sure it does. But so does every other profession out there on the planet, right? So, it is up to you to find positive ways to deal with that. Like me, for example, I'm saying it because it's like beating a dead horse. Vacation, 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 vacation every 30 days. If you a baby nurse, you just got your new license and everything like that, stack you up some paper for about 5 or 6 months, have you, and don't leave and do vacation until you got at least $5K in the bank, and then do your joint monthly. Take you a week off every month, go on out here, enjoy yourself, come back. Positive outlets. Do it every 30 days. You work, you play. You work, you play. But please believe you're going to work, but it's also important to play. It's probably more important to play because you got to recharge your body and get ready for the work again. And people got to understand the demand that the nursing field has on your body. Because it's easy for somebody to say that they can work 100 hours a week sitting at home in front of a computer. But if you are a nurse out there in the field and you are physically using your body every day, it eventually wears your body down. Point blank, period. And I used to say that being a CNA is really a young person's game. But I'm going to say this. Being a bedside nurse is a young person's game. I'm going to keep it real. I don't want to be no 50-year-old, 60-year-old bedside nurse in pain and all that stuff. That's taxing to your body, bruh. And I be understanding why some of these nurses be upset and be mad, because they in pain, they feet hurt, ankles swollen. Then they gotta come in and deal with these people. People ain't trying to listen. So now you got an attitude. Now you don't want to speak to nobody. Then you're gonna have some rude patients. Not only do you got the rude patients, on top of being in pain, on top of your staff not listening, just all that together. And this is why it's important to plan. And that's gonna be in a video tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. But yeah, it can be toxic. It can be toxic, but as hard as it may be not to try to take this stuff home with you, you got to try your best not to. Because I'm going to keep it real. And you also have to understand, people are going to be people. As long as nobody put their hands on you, and as long as a patient is not killed, I don't think there's any situation that really can't be resolved in a decent amount of time. Being an LPN, you take a supervisor role if you are in a nursing home or assisted living. And, it's okay to be a nurse that don't play, but you also have to have balance. You can't be a one of those nurses that is not willing to get down and dirty with your staff, but you want to call the shots. Nobody will respect you. And that's another way a toxic environment can be created, because let's keep it real. A lot of these people create the toxic environment for themselves. I mean, I don't have that at work. I'm just saying, like, I'm not with the guys. I don't care about none of the bull stuff. I don't care about none of that. I'm here to get this paper and go home. Point blank, period. So, is it toxic? Yeah. But for the most part, it is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? And if you are in a situation that's too toxic, then leave. You got a license, you can get a job anywhere. Leave. The problem is too many people get comfortable in the toxicity and won't leave. Now you have some that will leave. Trust me, they on YouTube and they walking away altogether, but leave. If it's that damaging to your mental health. I've heard some nurses are taking antidepressants, trying to self-medicate to just get through a shift. No, we're not going to do that here. Not in a 60-hour gang. Because if you're in a 60-hour gang, you got enough funds to go take you a week off, have you some fun, sip your little drink. To my fellas, get your little baddie with you, take her out. You know what I'm saying? Take her out somewhere for a couple days. Get your player on and get back. My ladies, get their feet and nails, massage popping. How your little dude treat you or whatever. You gotta no, because we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. If you get to that point, you need to exit stage left. So that's all I have to say about that, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss none of the content. I've been on the roll. I've been dropping almost every day. So I'll let your man, I'll let y'all in a minute. If you don't do nothing else, get paid, young nurse, get paid. High value nurse shirts coming soon. 60-hour gang nurse shirts coming soon. If you are interested in getting a t-shirt, do me a favor. Leave me, send me an email. Drop me an email. My email is cjkyles90@gmail.com. cjkyles90@gmail.com. I greatly appreciate y'all that's been rocking with me. If you are interested in getting some merch, it will be reasonably priced. And represent. Let them know that we about to grind. So I'll let me in a minute. Peace.